You don't have to miss workouts if you've recently sustained an injury. Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am Fugget. That stands for the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. Make sure they're intelligent tactics. You don't want to use those stupid tactics. All right, guys, here's a big one. That's what she said. Whenever you are injured, okay, let's say you have a shoulder injury, a knee injury, hip injury, whatever, people ask, well, I guess I got to take time off, could be a sprain, maybe a full-on break, whatever it is, right? Now, obviously, you first, ask your doctor if you can still do some kind of activity. And also let the doctor know that you do work out, assuming you do, right? If you've already got a fit lifestyle, you've been regularly training, number one, that injury is probably going to heal up faster because you're more fit, you're healthier. But two, there's a lot of things you can still do in the gym just because you've got something going on with, like, again, your knee, your hip, your an arm injury, whatever it is, let's say it's a lower body injury. Well, there's a lot of upper body stuff that you can still do, right? If you've got an upper body injury, you could still train legs, work on some core stabilization, rotation, some flexion extension. There's always a lot you can do. What it usually does, from my experience, is give you the opportunity to strengthen some of your weaknesses, okay? Whatever it is in your fitness game, it's never completely on point. Everybody has their weak points. Whether it is, I'll give you an example. For instance, years ago, I was lifting extremely heavy and doing an incline bench press and had a minor tear to my shoulder. So I went in, had it checked out, like, well, you don't need surgery and you could rehab this, but what you're going to need to do is get out of the weight room for a few months and get into the pool. Now, I love lifting weights. If I do cardio, I at that time love to run. So I couldn't run because of all of the stride, and the arm strides. It would just put a lot of stress on the shoulder. So what the doctor recommended was that I go and swim. So I ended up swimming 5 days a week for a few months and rehab my shoulder that way. And once that shoulder was cleared, I was right back in the weights, right back to running. And I had a lot of cardiovascular benefit, and also my joints thanked me for getting away from the pounding of the weights on the joints. And I felt really good. So my weak point was swimming, was endurance, and it was brought up and made stronger through the swimming. So we used to call it cross training all the time, where you would just do a lot of different stuff to work on your strength, your endurance, your mobility, flexibility, and no matter what it is, anybody that's in the gym or has been there for a long period of time has their favorites, like usually the joke is that men love to train upper body and forget about their legs. And they're affectionately termed ostrich jockeys because it looks like your legs are so thin that you're on top of an ostrich running or walking, right? And for the most part, women generally like to train their lower body and their core area. So it would benefit both, most likely, depending on your genetics. But to flip that, focus more on your legs if you're a guy and more on your upper body if you're a female, to balance things out. But again, everybody has different goals. Everybody has different body types. So it's all good. But yes, you can work out through injuries. I've had people in a walking cast. I've had them with a broken arm in a sling and doing single side movements with their good side, just enough to keep some muscle stimulation, get some exercise, and burn off some of the stress and energy of everyday life. And they were just terrified that they couldn't do anything as their body healed. But there were still leg exercises they could do. They could do like standing leg curl for the hamstring, the back of the leg, do a seated leg extension, ab and adductor machines for the hips, a lot of calf work, maybe some lumbar extensions for the back. There's all kinds of things you can do. Just because you're injured, there's still a lot of exercises and ways to still stay fit, stay on point, and reach your goals.